Hey guys, July 20th and 2019, just another little log video that we wanted to show of our back gate. We call this the gate even though there's no door on it. It's kind of like the gate to our yard, to the outside world, and it's always shut. But we also refer to it like the floodgate. But back here we have more resistant plants. We feed the birds up in the little nooks of the tree here with loose food, and we feed the birds with these little cake things right here. And this looks all trashy because this is where everything falls down, but we clean this up every once in a while back here. But this the plants back here have to be more resistant because we want to keep on feeding the birds. We've noticed a lot less pests in our yard every year by having the birds here. So plants back here are more, this is a Densiformis yew that's a Kiddo's plant. This is a green beauty boxwood that is my plant, UT, and that is the golden unanimous that is Angel's plant. And those are our shrubs that we've had for several years, and we keep wintering them through. And they're just resistant shrubs for landscaping kind of thing, and just plants that we can always have, kind of like our biological pets maybe. Anyways, I'll let Angel show you guys a little bit here what's going on. A lot of this stuff isn't really harvestable. We wouldn't really put it into like a solitary video, but we would like to show it all at once, as it's doing right now in July. Some of the stuff will be going really well August and September, so we'll be showing probably more of it then, but wanted to take this quick chance. But
so what we have here in the corner is Kiddo's corn, Three Sisters garden, corn, desi squash, and we had planted some peas. So far only one pea has made it up, but the squash is getting a little bit bigger. It is a little behind, but it looks healthy and big. The corn is growing tall, it's thick, and so Kiddo's super excited. We're excited for him for this. And his teacher even wants us to take pictures so that he can share with his class, because they're going to be learning about Three Sisters in 3rd grade. So that's really exciting. The next one over here, we've got lavender, Job's Tears, which we've getting a lot of tears coming up, which is kind of cool and neat. We're excited about that. And these two back here haven't started yet, but I'm sure they will. We also have some purslane in here and a little bit of cilantro that we cut back. And then here we have our rosemary and our chamomile, and I've been cutting the flowers off the chamomile all season. They smell really good, and I really like them in the teas. And then the rosemary is super strong and smells really good.
that rosemary, if you even brush up against it, it gets that sticky stuff on your skin, and it smells super strong for a really long time.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
And the lavender and rosemary, taking pieces of it and just like brushing it across your clothes and stuff like that is a good help for insect repellent. So it kind of wards off mosquitoes, things like that, if you kind of rub that into your clothes or your skin, onto your skin a little bit.
So yeah, we've been clipping those down, and these are things we can use and harvest. They're out of the way of the birds for the most part. And then over here in the boxwood we have...
Did you already show the yew?
Oh, and then this is Kiddo's yew bush.
Densiformis yew.
Densiformis yew, and it's super fluffy and soft, and it's just pretty, and we like it. It's something for decoration, you know, pretty to look at, and it stays green year-round. It doesn't dye back or change color.
It's really bizarre. It looks spiky and pointy, but it's like legitimately
really
soft,
soft,
like fur. It's really weird. It's almost like you can pet it, and it looks like a shaggy dog.
Careful, there's spiders in there. We get spiders.
We get spiders. We get a lot of black widows in our yard, but we had a lot of cat faces this year and noticed that the black widows are way down. So
this is the boxwood, and then around it we have oregano. From last year we just put in this pot, and it all came back. And then we have one bean and a couple peas. We'll see how they do. They're just here for right now. So, and then this is my golden unanimous. It took a really bad hit this past winter with our last frost, but some of it made it, and so we're hoping that that can come back to full potential.
it's really pretty in that light too.
Yeah. And then this is our chocolate mint, which is due for another trimming. We've already trimmed it down once, all the way to the rim, and it's back up there, so it's good to get it trimmed again. And it smells super good, like peppermint almost.
Something I really enjoyed is, like, we usually use the sweet mints or the spearmint mints for our teas and stuff like that, and this is a really good aromatic. But it's also pretty hold on one second, sorry about the noise. We live next to a parking lot and a road, so anyways, this is this chocolate mint. It grows so excessively that when we trim it, we don't really have that much of a use for all that much of it. So we'll trim it way back and we'll let it dry out and then crush it into the compost and stuff like that. And it seems to be really kind of helping out with pest resistance to use it that way, plus as a nitrogen add to the soil and stuff. Just make sure it's dead, because you get a little branch of this stuff in like a compost pile that's wet, and it'll start trying to grow. It'll try to take over that like compost pile. But as far as like just taking it out, putting it on like a tray or something, letting it dry out, and then kind of crushing it dry into compost and stuff has really seemed to help us. And it smells excellent to do, so it makes the whole yard smell good when we do it. So.
And then here's our flower bucket. We've got the purple wave petunias that Kiddo planted for me. They're vining out, and we got a few flowers. They're really pretty. Some of our marigolds that aren't looking too fine right now. Just a few extra things that we've just kind of thrown in here. We've got some sweet williams growing. There's a tomato that just came up. Our sunflower, it goes up to the fence, and we're starting to get a head on it. Kiddo's sunflower. And then our poker plant. Looks like we got one more little shoot here that decided to sprout up.
What I found out about these is they can winter over in some of the colder areas. So at the end of the year, we'll take it down and put something over the top of it and winter it right back here, and maybe have that every year. This one reminds me of when I was a kid in Oregon. I used to see giant poker plants. That's actually the sunflower, but we got a couple of them so far that were smaller, and one more here that's starting that doesn't look like it's going to get very big, but these can be divided into dozens of plants.
So this is our back gate, and thought we'd give you guys a little update on how things are growing back here. They're looking nice, and we're excited, and I'm happy with the way things are going. I'm glad the good weather is here, and just wanted to show it off.
This shade cloth too, if you have a fence, was what, for a whole roll?
It was like $30 or something like that.
It was like $30 for a roll, and it could have covered the fence a couple times. We just bought some grommets for a few bucks, put them in the shade cloth, and then zip tied them to the fence. So if you're looking for some kind of shade during this hot summer, it's one option. It's worked really well for blocking. I didn't really like it as much before the warm season came, because I wanted as much light and heat coming through there, but now that the summertime's here and the heat wave's on us, it's a good option. We like it. So
you guys have a wonderful weekend and a great week, and thanks for watching.
Love you guys.